Before getting started, I'm adding this in after the video is already done. Sorry about that. I've been trying to upload the video to YouTube and it's getting demonetized every single time. This has happened to me before, but it usually happens at a later stage, so I've been trying to re-upload it, changing the metadata and even making edits to the video itself, which is why you'll see the demonetization sign and the ding sound effect fully censoring anything that might possibly be considered offensive. By every metric I can find, there is nothing wrong with the video. There is content with similar tags, similar material, worse material even, monetized all over the place, so my only conclusions are that there is now some blanket demonetization ban on anything critical of Alinity, go figure, ha ha ha, or I have actually made the official list now and YouTube wants to shut down my ability to monetize because they are sick of me or whatever, which I've expected for a while. I figured I could adjust to their rules and genuinely follow their guidelines. I don't feel like any of this is really over the line at all, but I've literally done every single thing I can conceive of, and it's still getting hit immediately on upload. So this was my last try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Alright, anyone who follows the channel will know that I no longer stream on twitch.tv. I left sometime last year. I streamed a tiny bit when Red Dead Redemption 2 dropped at launch, but mostly I've been gone from the platform for a solid 12 to 16 months-ish. At one point, I made a video on why I don't stream from Twitch anymore, mostly due to its terms of service inconsistencies and rampant social elitism, but very recently a situation occurred that I feel it's pretty necessary to discuss. First, though, we need some historical context on Twitch itself. Sometime in February 2018, I believe, I might be wrong about that, but it doesn't really matter for the purpose of this video, Twitch updated their terms of service. These new updates very pointedly included references to freshly deemed offensive words, such as and also made it clear that streamers are now going to be banned or punished for off-platform behavior. Not only that, but streamers can be punished for the activity of their community, not even necessarily just themselves. Effectively, if you make a bad joke that misses the mark or have a moment of immaturity, frustration, or any other lapse for that matter on Twitter, bye-bye Twitch account. And similarly, I could be banned right now on Twitch for this video, even though my conduct on Twitch itself over the past year has been nothing short of pristine. I basically just watch a few streamers and don't talk, so that's an easy one. This was not the end of the changes. More recently, a feature called Substreams was introduced, which allowed broadcasters to bar their streams behind the paywall of a monthly subscription. This is new for Twitch. What was once a community-driven, free-to-watch platform has now shifted to such a profit-motivated mindset that they pipe ads directly into the broadcast, which cannot be blocked. They advertise their larger, higher-earning streamers on the channel of smaller broadcasters in the middle of their live stream. They implemented a hype-driven pre-order affiliate button for E3 to prey on the artificial marketing excitement and motivate broadcasters to do it also, and they allow streamers to exclude a massive chunk of their audience and force them to pay or be unable to watch. Twitch is on a downward slide, and all of this might even be forgiven if they at least had evenly enforced and clearly articulated guidelines or rules, but here we are because they don't. The situation causing me to make this video has to do with Alinity. Alinity is a large partnered broadcaster on Twitch, and she also has a propensity for copy striking. So as a front-loaded defense here, I am fully prepared to be as vicious as humanly possible. And by that, I mean take her self-esteem down 15 pegs with articulate and precise character flaw assessments while fully enacting litigation as a statement of principle. If anything were to happen, that is. But I actually doubt it will, because Alinity got a taste of what happens when you false flag, and she didn't like it. Now let's get into what actually happened though. A few days ago while playing Apex Legends, Alinity's cat jumped on the desk and she got mad at it, said the cat's name, and calmly removed it from her space, right? No. She yeeted it over the back of her chair. Here's where we need some clarification. The cat is fine. Cats are anatomically built to easily handle that type of fall. However, the problem isn't that the cat might... The problem is that frustration and impulsive reaction in an aggressive, physical way towards a small animal one is intended to protect, hypothetically, is indicative of immature behavior and should not be broadcasted worldwide to many thousands of people in a nonchalant way. Here's where things really popped off. The internet loves cats, and dogs, and all pets for that matter, but specifically cats have dominated the internet since the early days. Throwing a cat over your shoulder in frustration is destined for backlash. And sure enough, Twitter was set ablaze, PETA jumped in, and even an official investigation was opened into Alinity, which is worthy of note, but won't be the focus for today. This is where we get to mob mentality. I don't particularly like Alinity, however, she is definitely more intelligent than she projects on stream. Still, even not liking her on a subjective personal level, I don't relish the fact that hordes of internet dwellers took it upon themselves to comb through her VODs and find every single thing they could to attack her, regardless of context or age. Some of the things people started to dig up, though, were not very good. At one point, she was drinking on stream. I guess some viewers said it's probably not that she was faking it or something like that, to which she replied, "No, it is," and then spit some in her cat's mouth. The way the cat reacted, yes, that was. Here's where it gets a little more serious. Cats have a different anatomical structure than humans, and their organs function differently as well. Even a few drops of beer with a much lower content than vodka can give a cat liver failure, kidney failure, metabolic acidosis, cardiac arrest, and a host of other issues because their organs are simply not built to process substances. I really didn't even like researching this. To sort of go off topic here, I care about cats and pets in general, so risking their even unknowingly to get a laugh from your stream chat is behavior that projects a sense of intellectual and emotional immaturity so severe, at least in my opinion, it compromises Alinity's or anyone else's ability for that matter to safely operate a social platform of that scope and size. In my opinion, official action from Twitch is necessary. Now, this is where we get into the realistic ramifications and where the credibility of Twitch takes a sharp nosedive. There are further clips that were dug up, such as an instance where she appeared to in frustration as it followed her cat, or climbed the cat's tower, causing it to fall over while the cat was still on top of it, and some of her behavior is attempted comic idiocy. Again, it's very doubtful to me that she is as ditzy and unintelligent as she seems to intentionally portray, but the combined picture is that she treats her animals with less care than a lot of people are comfortable with, and this is both pronounced and public enough to where she was investigated for it. I am not advocating for a permanent ban, at least not if we consider this one issue. However, Alinity has a long and complex relationship with Twitch staff, which has seen her shielded from TOS breaches to such a blatant extreme that the situation is now a running joke in the Twitch community. At various points, Alinity has done things that would result in the immediate suspension or termination of other partner accounts had they done the same. That's a bit of speculation there, because other partners just don't do the same things that she does, out of, go figure, fear of being suspended or banned, but even when slightly correlated instances happen on other broadcasts, perpetrated by other streamers, they are hit with some form of punishment, while Alinity receives no ramifications whatsoever. However, we can see comparisons such as this, and full disclosure, I was not able to trace the lineage of this clip all the way back to its origin, but the comparison claims that a streamer who hurt behind her in an identical fashion was suspended for 14 days, while Alinity receives no punishment. The one time she did get punished was one of the only times where she legitimately did nothing wrong. This is where I have to clarify that the biggest problem isn't Alinity. This isn't a Alinity should be banned video, despite what a lot of people will inevitably think. This is a Twitch is a colossal of inconsistency and poor management video. The one time she got banned was because another broadcasting channel hosted her for well over 1,000 viewers, I believe, and she clicked on that channel's profile, as is often done in a similar circumstance, to see what they mainly streamed, maybe say thank you, I don't know, whatever it was, and the channel had been playing to many hundreds of viewers. She unknowingly, and not out of the ordinary at all, clicked a channel that hosted her and accidentally showed on her screen, which is directly the fault of Twitch and their moderation staff for not catching that broadcast before it reached a viewer total in excess of 1,000 plus, because Twitch's own moderation staff was inadequate in their role of catching broadcasters in breach of what clarity their TOS even has. Alinity accidentally showed explicit material and got suspended for 3 days. This begins to show the idiocy and brutal hypocrisy of Twitch. More and more we have seen videos coming out where Twitch staff has no idea how to handle even the most simplistic of circumstances. At a convention, 2 streamers wrestled. That's it. They wrestled. They are friends, and it was strange to witness, I'll give you that. It was out of place, not many people are goofing off like that at conventions, but Twitch staff, bug-eyed and panicking, are telling him, don't do that kind of stuff again. Don't do it. This highlights the frantic policy shifting that is internally ravaging Twitch. Their directive is to make one giant safe space, but life and online interaction is inherently at risk of being offensive due to a personality clash, communication lapses, or any number of other possibilities. Back to the Alinity situation. This is the creative director of Twitch, DJ Wheat, on Twitter, addressing the Alinity situation. As a cat owner, I am very upset over the recent news. I am also someone who does not have moderation powers or enforcement, just like I can't fix your subscriptions. I want to see a ban. I do not want to be harassed because you think that's the right thing to do. He is 100% right on that count. No one should be harassing unrelated parties or breaching proper channels because of this, or most other situations. But keep in mind, this is a high-ranking Twitch employee. He goes on to say, if it was up to me, I would ban her for at least 30 days. I would ask to see an awareness stream and potential charity drive for pet abuse or pet charities. I would put forth a 90-day probation post-ban with a no tolerance period. You mess up equals ban, and check-ins. By the way, this is totally hypothetical, and I am simply giving my opinion as if I happen to work in moderation for a live streaming service and something like this happened. Ultimately, I think everyone should let the Twitch moderation teams do their jobs. Just because they don't tweet you play-by-play doesn't mean they aren't hard at work 24/7. Now, at the time, this was fitting. I believe the approach of let's give everyone time to sort things out and catch up is usually nothing but beneficial. The internet, after all, moves 8 miles per second, and actual corporate bodies or law enforcement or whatever it may be takes time to catch up to that. But with new information on the situation, this statement has to be examined in a new light. An alleged image of a screenshot popped up which appears to show Alinity bragging about how she was in contact with Twitch staff and would not be banned, but those commenting on the situation would be punished. And alongside that, evidence has surfaced of numerous users who did in fact make jokes or comment on the subject being banned from Twitch, even for jokes or comments they made on Twitter or elsewhere. This particular instance that I showed pertained to what appears to have been dark humor, which I was unable to actually see for myself, but as I stated earlier in the video, the risk of offense taken is an ultimate and inherently persistent social constant, so banning someone for dark humor pertaining to a situation where as of yet no punishment has been issued is a very risky position for Twitch. Alinity has claimed that the screenshot of her bragging about lack of consequences is fake, and it very well may be for that matter, I'm not sure. However, it says something that no one bats an eye because it fits so perfectly within the already pre-established pattern of protection she receives in most circumstances, and the overall direction of Twitch. We can clearly see when it comes to Twitch moderation and general management that the right arm has no idea what the left arm is even doing, and the left arm seems to be jerking off or doing some other useless thing that has done nothing but breed resentment and hostility as a result of their inconsistency and subjective rule enforcement. As Alinity states, the internet loves a good witch hunt. That much is certainly true, and with that in mind, the rabid pursuit of damaging her both on and off of Twitch as a platform is not only unnecessary, it is unacceptable. I firmly believe that action should be taken by Twitch, though I am skeptical of them doing anything other than continuing to promote profit-driven features while contorting their nebulous terms of service to defend specific high-earning broadcasters at the expense of their reputation, credibility, and consistency. I might be banned from Twitch for this very video. They have deliberately opened up their TOS to make that specifically possible. Get rid of anyone who breaches their mythical safe space veil of politically correct verbiage and opinion. I don't want that to happen. I have a few channels I support on my Twitch account, and I would like to continue to do that, but for a platform that was once the premier streaming service and a haven for gamers everywhere like no other, Twitch has fallen from grace. It remains to be seen the final steps, if any, that will be taken with the Alinity situation, but my prediction is a few more bans towards anyone who makes jokes about her, because they've got to protect her, and no legitimate action taken as a result of her behavior on stream. However, if public pressure can be maintained, maybe it will slow down the rapid descent of Twitch into a twisting nether of politically correct safe space white knighting that is so frantic and wrapped in turmoil, they themselves cannot even keep up with it as they try to cater to contradicting ideals, without even understanding why people are upset to begin with. That's it for today though. This all just underlines why I don't stream on Twitch. From social atmosphere to policy enforcement, it has become a pale husk of what it once was, and even if it means a ban on their free-falling platform, it was worth talking about it. There are links down below, merch, Patreon, communities, etc., but I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching, and have a nice night.